You know, the word nostalgia was created for a reason. Hello and welcome back to Nerddom. My name is Matt. Thank you so much for joining me today. And we have some really weird news in the last couple weeks with the return, the resurrection, the digging up of the corpse of what was Rooster Teeth. Now, a couple months ago, almost a year ago probably, when did Rooster Teeth close? I made a video talking about the reason why I believe Rooster Teeth shut its doors. Biggest problem was they sold out. They got their money, they left. A lot of the creative, original people who were there, who had an idea, who were pushing the boundaries, they got their money and left. And also, they catered to a different audience than what was before, keeping them afloat, and what loved them, what loved their personalities, what loved the content that they were creating. And they catered to a different audience. The 2020s is a different audience than the 2010s. And even when a short 4 years from even when I started watching all this stuff, there was a dramatic difference. Now, call it what you will. I will say that they were just catering to a different audience, and the original audience who was with them did not want to watch them anymore. They didn't care. It could be they grew up. It could be their morals changed. It could be their taste in content changed. But there's one thing, was that it was not made for the same people. It wasn't. And that is an undeniable fact. Also, was the content or the stuff that they were making changing with the audience that they wanted? They maybe were going after a different audience, and that is, they weren't paying enough. They weren't paying enough. So Rooster Teeth shut its doors. And it wasn't because they wanted to, it was because the big corporate conglomerate decided to. Which comes back to 2024, in which it was announced a couple weeks ago that Bernie Burns and Ashley Jenkins actually purchased the brand Rooster Teeth. And I do believe they own the rights to Red vs. Blue and Camp Camp, since those are the two shows that are currently on the Rooster Teeth site. Now, this is big news, and I couldn't help myself but feel excited. I was like, yes, the originals are coming back, right? This means that all the stuff that I loved about Rooster Teeth is gonna be back. It's gonna be back at Stage 5 in Austin, Texas, right? Right? That excitement started to fade. The excitement started to fade because I have seen too many times when something comes back, it basically being the skin, the brand of that old thing, but it is not that old thing. Case in point, a couple of examples. G4. Yes, I love G4. I still, to this day, watch announcements, X-Plays, Attack of the Shows, all the way back from when I was 17. And thank God of the internet, so I can watch this stuff for 12 hours straight. They got some good streams. Not gonna tell you where, and I honestly shouldn't have told you about that either. The only reason that it's up and going is for the love of the old stuff. The feeling of nostalgia, once again, the pain from an old wound. And like I said, I do watch this stuff right now just to look back and be like, wow, that's what I used to watch. Wow, that were the games back then. Wow, Adam Sessler had hair. All jokes aside, I watch it as almost like people watch reruns, right? People watch reruns of sitcoms. It's a comfort food for me, almost like background noise now. Even the commercials, ITT Tech, DeVry, University of Phoenix, Army, they loved advertising on that channel. But when I saw that it was coming back, I felt the same way. I felt excited. I felt like, man, is this something that is now going to be created that is going to last until my kids come of age and watch something nerdy? Like, they can watch something that's cool and nerdy. Again, what happened was they wore the skin of G4, but they were not G4. They can have the originals, they can have Kevin, they can have Adam, but it is not going to be the same. It was going after a different audience. It was going after, when I was watching, it was a bunch of basically Gen Xers or very early millennials dictating the nerd culture. It was a mixture of edgy, jackass type MTV culture mixed with nerdy stuff. That was kind of the mixture that was happening. Very edgy, very boyish, very male. And when it came back, it was not that. It was something new. It was for the streamer generation. They were trying to capture who watches Twitch streams, who watches gaming streams. The problem is, they already have people who are there watching. They already have individuals, groups, FaZe, OTK, a bunch of other groups who are already making this type of content. May not be reviewing video games, they may not be doing some other stuff, but you cannot do, I don't think you can do Attack of the Show the same way you could back in the day. People have these in their pockets. So it's not like it's a niche thing. It's no longer niche. So like I said, when it came back, I felt the same exact excitement. I was excited. I wanted to see these old faces bring some new stuff to the game, but we didn't get that. We got these new faces wearing the skin of G4 and wanting to do their own thing, which by all means, go for it. It's just not my G4. So talking about that, and then also Inside Gaming, a little bit of history lesson. Inside Gaming was owned by Machinima back in the day, which was another group, corporate conglomerate, whatever. Machinima, I guess, treated this team at Inside Gaming badly, so Inside Gaming left and they formed Funhouse. And they continued doing the same stuff they did at Inside Gaming. They co-hosted a news segment, I forgot the name of it, with Rooster Teeth, since Rooster Teeth kind of teamed up with them or bought them out basically with Fullscreen. And so they did an Inside Gaming news segment, which was completely competitive against their old employer, Inside Gaming, which stayed around, but no offense to them. I understand Chloe Dykstra and another guy were hosting for a while, and good on them. I was sticking around with the Funhouse guys. I'm sorry. So when they did Funhouse, I was totally with them. I was loving what they were doing. And years down the line, it looked like Rooster Teeth, or the company who owned Rooster Teeth, was able to acquire Inside Gaming again. Irony, I know. So the old crew tried to make a new Inside Gaming, and it worked for a little bit, but I don't think it had the same soul. Funhouse was Inside Gaming. Inside Gaming was now trying to be something different. It was wearing the skin of something else. And I don't think it lasted very long. But the Inside Gaming crew did get absorbed into Funhouse later on, and that's kind of when I fell off from that whole channel. No offense to them, I just moved on. I found new stuff. And I know all of this is ironic since I'm wearing an episode 1 t-shirt. And I know, all of this is ironic with me wearing an episode 1 t-shirt. By all means, I love the movie. What can I say? What do you know? Which brings us to Rooster Teeth. You can tell this thing was shot on an iPhone. No offense, Bernie and Ashley. I can tell. It was shot on an iPhone. But man, what are they going to be able to do with this brand? What are they planning to do with this brand? Is it going to be something new? Or are they going to try to recapture what already had been done? I think the culture that was with them is gone. I do. That's my age group. Shit, we're turning 40 soon. God damn. But we've moved on. We're watching other things. And even looking back at this old videos, at these old compilations, some of the stuff was like, why did I laugh at that? I don't know. It's weird looking back at it. I mean, to say that you're the same person you were 10 years ago, that'd be kind of crazy. to have no growth or change, you're still who you are. And you can still look back on these videos and movies and enjoy them for what they were when they were. But to bring something back to where it's skin and to try to build something new out of it, maybe. But what does Rooster Teeth look like in this new realm of content, in this new realm of streaming, videos, YouTubing? I think groups like that kind of don't exist. I think it's going to be more so, a production company. What if they just made movies? What if they just made scripted TV shows and then sold them to, I know that a couple of the Rooster Teeth cats are working on a show that just got licensed or bought by PBS. That's great. That's awesome. You have an art. You're going to help people with mental health. Let me try to find the name of it. Is it like How Are We Today or something like that? Yeah, so the show is called How Are We Today, and it's about mental health, and it's kind of like a kid's show mixed with mental health. So it's talking about mental health, and it's something that's very close to, his heart. And he's got Barbs, he's got Elise Willems, he's got a bunch of other cats from Rooster Teeth into making this show now. That's awesome. If Rooster Teeth can become a production house, like I said, make movies, make TV shows, I think that'd be great. Maybe have a podcast like maybe Rocket Jump used to have. Rocket Jump used to have a podcast talking about the production process. And so maybe it's just an hour every week and just talk about the stuff that they're making, be fully transparent. I think that'd be an awesome thing. But to be what they used to be, I don't know if that's possible. So that's basically my long-winded talk on nostalgia and these old content houses and everything else like that. But what are your thoughts? Let me know your thoughts on Rooster Teeth coming back. Do you have any channels that you were nostalgic about a long time ago, 10 plus years ago, and they tried to come back and it just didn't work? Do you have any channels now that you've been watching this entire time from you growing up and you now turning maybe in your 20s or 30s? And then you kind of look back on their old stuff and you're like, what the hell's going on? But let me know your thoughts on this whole thing. And if you liked the video, feel free to subscribe. Also, feel free to smash the like button. It really does help out the channel get pushed out to new people. And yeah, just wanted to talk about this for a little bit. But yeah, crazy world. I'm getting old. And so are you. Take care and keep it nerdy. I don't know. It's just something new I'm trying. Okay? It's just something new. Give me a break.